Hey yo, what up, what up? It's Lamech with Selah Sports TV back at it again. Chill. Hey. So, my Ravens, we made it to 11-3, man. It's bittersweet though. It's bittersweet, and you probably know why. Unfortunately, well, let's talk about the game. We shut those motherfuckers down. First half was a little bit dicey, right? But just very low IQ plays by Jacksonville and by Trevor Lawrence in particular. And I like Trevor Lawrence as a player. Like, I'm just surprised at some of the plays that he made. But let's talk about the game. Interesting game. The defense played extremely well. The offense, it was a little jumbly. You know, we the passing game didn't really get going. From the 20 to the 20, the passing game really wasn't consistent at all. Like, so shout out to the Jacksonville secondary. They played pretty well. They did a lot of things, blitzing, but also playing zone behind it. That's a tricky thing. That's a very tricky thing. A lot of quarterbacks struggle with that shit. A lot of them. Like Peyton Manning struggles with that, or struggled with that, right? That when there's something about that zone blitz, that's something, you know, that it takes some getting used to, you know, as a quarterback. And they were doing a lot of that. It's one thing when you blitz, you know, straight up blitz, then it's like man to man, and that frees things up for Lamar Jackson. But when that zone blitz, you got people playing zone behind it, it makes it tough both things can be tough for the quarterback. Even though he did pretty well running the ball, Lamar Jackson did. He picked up some first downs, but you know, he didn't run crazy though. He didn't, and that's okay. That's okay. Offensively, they did enough to get by, and what it was is the running game, which brings me to Keaton Mitchell. Unfortunately, the rookie Keaton Mitchell playing his ass off this year, and unfortunately, he sustained a really bad leg injury. I saw it when it happened. He made a great play, picking up another first down, and I saw it as soon as it happened. And you know, one thing about me, I hate seeing injuries. I hate seeing injuries, like on the field, on TV. Like, I hate seeing injuries in slow motion. So I'm glad they didn't do that. Something about it in real life, it doesn't affect me as much, but when I'm watching that shit on TV, I really hate it. I really hate that. So I hate seeing these guys getting injured like that. Especially a guy like Keaton Mitchell, who was doing his thing in this game, right? He was doing his this season, like killing. He hit the ground running. As soon as they gave him an opportunity, he didn't waste it. He got out there and was making plays, and it sucks seeing him go down like that, you know. But it's the National Football League, and, you know, especially with the Ravens, we lost J.K. Dobbins, right? If J.K. Dobbins was playing, we wouldn't even know Keaton Mitchell. You know, he wouldn't be playing. So if anybody understands injuries, the Ravens do. Ravens fans understand. You know, so it's got to be a next man up mentality. And I'll say this: after Keaton Mitchell went down, I'll say this: ever since Keaton Mitchell has come on and gotten the starts and gotten his opportunity to get the carries, basically taking away Justice Hill's carries, right? I'll say this: Justice Hill has not slacked off at all. I've been watching every time Justice Hill gets the ball, he's running hard. You know, so we definitely gonna need that. We're gonna need Justice Hill to step up, you know, be that next man up. We know Gus the Bus is gonna do his thing. You know, he's gonna get you 3 yards regardless, right? Gus the Bus gonna get you. If you need 7 yards, I'm gonna get you 3. If you need 3 yards, I'm gonna get you 3. If you need a yard, I'm gonna get you 3. He gonna get you 3 yards regardless. And every now and then he gonna break some tackles and pick up, you know, some chunk plays, right? That's what the guy does. So yeah, like it's gonna be interesting. It sucks not having. All right. It sucks not having Keaton Mitchell the rest of the way. We really could use him, especially this week coming up. Because, man, you 49ers fans, y'all some... Like, when the last time y'all won a fucking Super Bowl? Y'all talk a lot of shit. Y'all talk a lot, like 49. I had no idea 40 y'all was like this. 49ers fans talk a lot of shit, so I hope y'all keep that same energy because we coming to win next Monday, okay? We coming to win that game in San Fran next Monday. Like, fuck you, all right? But as for this game, like I said, the passing game didn't really get going. Isaiah Likely, I gotta say this, man. It sucked to Mark Andrews went down, right? Bad. It was bad. It was bad. You know, you want to have all your guys healthy. Like, that's the idea. Ideally, you definitely want to have all your guys healthy, you know? Isaiah Likely can play. Isaiah Likely, his trajectory, he's going to be a better player than Mark Andrews, okay? I wouldn't go as far as to say he's better than Andrews right now. Why would he be? He's a rookie, right? Or look, he's a second-year player, I'm sorry. He shouldn't be better than him right now, right? But he can do a lot of things that Andrews, like he got speed and athleticism, right? Andrews is a big guy. He's going to post up. He's going to get his spot. You're not going to be able to move him off his spot, and he's going to catch the ball most of the time, right? Isaiah Likely is a beast, right? He can beat you downfield. He can split out wide, and you can throw it up high to him. He can break tackles. Isaiah Likely's a fucking player, bro. So shout out to him, right? Shout out to Lamar Jackson for not doing too much. Sometimes that's the best, like, that's winning football. All that hero ball shit, that's why I was down on him in the past. I'm consistent. I keep the same energy. But when I see that the player has kind of learned from their mistakes, I mean, fuck a player in life, people, right? I'm the same with people. When people learn from their mistakes, yeah, why would I hold on to a grudge, right? Number one, I'm that way with myself, right? I'm that way with myself. I'm my toughest critic. So I'm not the type person that likes repeating mistakes. Like, if I see a mistake, I'm going to address it. If I see it and recognize it as a mistake, a problem in my life, I'm going to address it. One way or another, I'm going to address it. So when I see other people doing that, yeah, what's to hate on? There's nothing to hate on, right? Lamar Jackson, he's not turning the ball over. He had a turnover. He did have a turnover. He threw a pick in this game, but it happens, right? It happens. I don't think it was the worst throw. I don't think it was. He's cut down on the fumbles, right? He's cut down on fumbling the ball, which is important, especially for him. As many times as he carries the ball, you can't have him fumbling, right? The other thing about the fumbles, I noticed when he fumbles, he kind of shells up a little bit, you know, on the this play. Really, he shells up. So shout out to the Ravens. Shout out to Todd Monken working with Lamar. I don't know like what those guys talk about, right? But whatever they're doing is working. Like, psychologically, he's playing excellent. He's playing excellent. But the Ravens defense carried us through that game, right? Big play after big play. Roquan Smith got away with a cheap shot, right? I gotta say it. He got away with a cheap shot on Trevor Lawrence. I didn't think it was necessary, but hey, you know, the referees missed it, and life goes on. But I did see that Trevor Lawrence sustained a concussion, you know, and I'm willing to bet it came from that play. He threw him Trevor Lawrence took off up the middle, and he caught a forearm. He caught a forearm to the helmet from Roquan Smith, right? So, shout out to Roquan Smith. But the defense just played really, really well. Kyle Hamilton is an absolute beast. He's the best safety in football right now. Kyle Hamilton is the best safety in football. He needs to be in the Pro Bowl. He should be in the Pro Bowl. Potential defensive player of the year, but he's not gonna have the stats. I don't think he's gonna end up with the stats that's gonna get him that award, especially when you got Justin Madubuike, right, on the same team, and he's got 12 sacks. Justin Madubuike with 12 sacks, monster season. Every year, Madubuike doubled his sack totals. So I guess we looking forward to 20. He'll hit 20-something sacks next year, right? Right. But he'll get his Reggie White shit on, the Bruce Smith, one of those guys. He'll get one of them. But that's tremendous when you have an interior lineman like that can generate pressure on the quarterback. You know, not just generate pressure, but finish him. You know, getting sacks, getting strip sacks, like shit like that. You got to keep a guy like that. So shout out to Justin Madubuike. Shout out to the Ravens. We got a murderous schedule these last 3 games. Well, at least the next 2 games, right? But I'll include the Steelers too, because we lost to them, and that could have been part of it, like taking them for granted. You know, even though I'm not on the fucking field, so I can take them as lightly as I want. The Ravens need to take them serious, right? Right. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. I think it's a great win by the Ravens. We 11-3, gearing up for the fucking playoffs, baby. Yeah. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, right? And if you like the video, take your forearm and bang off on that like button one time.